Hello students, today we will start new topic, that is neuropathies. So what do you mean by neuropathies, or what is neuropathy? Neuropathy, it is a disorder resulting from injury to the peripheral nerve, the motor, sensory or autonomic nerves. Means neuropathy, it is one type of disorder which will be comes under the central nervous system disorder. So it will be resulting from when the person is having the problem of injury to the peripheral nerves. So in peripheral nerves, if the patient is having any motor, sensory or autonomic nerves which will be damaged, in that condition the patient is having the problem of neuropathies. The main function of the peripheral nervous system is to connect the central nervous system to the limbs and organs. मतलब means the main function of means the peripheral nervous system is responsible to connect the central nervous system to the limbs and organs. So if the peripheral nervous system which will be damaged, in that time it will be not able to connect the nervous system to the limbs or organs. So unlike the central nervous system, the peripheral nervous system is not protected by the bone of spine and skull or by the blood-brain barrier, leaving it exposed to toxins and mechanical injury. So because of this, the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system is not protected, means it will be not protected by the bone of spine and skull or by the BBB or blood-brain barrier, and it will be leaving it exposed to toxins and mechanical injuries. Then neuropathy means it's a question, means it is a rare illness. So often it is misdiagnosed or thought of merely as a side effect of another disorder, such as diabetes or cancer or even kidney failure. Means it is misdiagnosis, and sometimes it will be thought by the doctors that or the neurologist that it is merely a side effect of another disease, means it will be affecting the patient because of any other disease such as diabetes, cancer or kidney failure. So sometimes these disorder which will be affected the body function of the peripheral nervous system, and because of this the patient is developing this neuropathy. It can occur at any age, however it is more common among older adults. Means in this there will be no age bar, so in that sometime it will be occur in any age, but it is mostly common among older adult peoples. Then neuropathy, it is a pathological process damages a nerve or nerves. Means it is a pathological process. In this, the cells which will be continuously damaging a nerves or the particular one nerve or the nerve. So the mechanism of damage may be, means how it will be damaged, or the what are the mechanism which will be damaging this nerves. So because of demyelination, why the patient is having the problem of demyelination and in which disease, we have already discussed about this demyelinating disorder, like GB syndrome and other disorder which will be comes under the central nervous system. So because of this also the patient is having the problem of the mechanism which will be damaged. Then axonal degeneration, like toxic neuropathies, means because of toxic substance, if it will be enter into the peripheral nervous system and it will be damaging the function of the nerve or the nerves, in that condition also the person is having the problem of this neuropathy. Then compression, means when the compression of any organ or nerve which will be compressed by any other disorder, like entrapment nerves. So in that condition also the patient is having the problem of damaging. Then vasculopathy or any infarction which will be occur in the patient who are having the problem of diabetes mellitus. Then infiltration, it will be occur because of skin disorder like leprosy or sarcoidosis. These disorder which will be also damaging the nerve. So because of this the patient may be developing the chance of this neuropathies. Then types of neuropathy. So basically there are four types of neuropathies. First is the autonomic neuropathy, second one is the peripheral neuropathy, third one is the mononeuritis, and four and last one is the mononeuritis multiplex. So first, this autonomic neuropathy. So in autonomic neuropathy, it damage to the nerves that regulate the body function that a person doesn't control, including the nerves that regulate heart rate, blood pressure, perspiration, and digestion. Means in autonomic neuropathy, it damages to the nerves. Means in this type of neuropathies, it will be damaging the nerves which will be regulate the function of the body that a person doesn't control. Means we are not controlling our heart rate, blood pressure, perspiration, or digestion. So these all things which will be controlled by the nervous system. So when the patient is having the problem of autonomic neuropathy, in that time these all body functions which will be affected. The next is the peripheral neuropathy. Peripheral neuropathy means damage to the peripheral nervous system which transmits information from the brain and the spinal cord to every other part of the body. So in the peripheral nervous system, the damage to peripheral, when the peripheral nervous system which will be damaged, so what is the function of this? Which transmit the information, means it will be transforming the information from brain to spinal cord to every other part of the body. Means it will be responsible for um, it will be responsible for sending the signal or signal to other body parts. So in that time, if the patient is having the problem of peripheral neuropathy, in that time the brain which will be not able to sending the signal to the spinal cord to other body parts. So in that condition, the patient body part which will be not properly functions. Then next one is the mononeuritis. Mononeuritis means it is damage to a single nerve or nerve group. Means in mononeuritis, uh, sometime it will be damaging a single nerve or a nerve group, which results in loss of movement. Means in this mononeuritis, the patient, means that nerve which will be responsible for sensation, movement, or other function of that nerve, means which nerve that will be damaged, means it will be depend upon which nerve is damaged. So if that particular nerve which will be damaged, in that condition it will be results from loss of movement, means the patient is not able to move, the patient is not having any sensation or other function of that nerve. Means that nerve which will be having that particular responsibility, so that function which will be reduced or inadequate. Then fourth one is the mononeuritis multiplex. So in this mononeuritis multiplex, it will be damage to at least two separate nerve areas. In this, we will see that the two separate nerve areas which will be damaged, means different nerve areas which will be affected, and the function of that particular nerve which will be responsible for their function. So in that time, that the nerves which will be damaged, so that particular nerve which will be responsible for that particular function, that function which will be inadequate. So these are the four types of neuropathy. Then next, we will deal one by one. So first is autonomic neuropathy. That is a number of condition can lead to damage of the autonomic nervous system. Autonomic nerves means there will be number of conditions, or there will be number of causes which will be responsible for damaging to the autonomic nerves. These possible causes are similar to those of peripheral neuropathies. Means the peripheral neuropathies causes and the autonomic neuropathies causes, that will be common, so or similar. The most common cause is diabetes. In neuropathy, the most common cause that is diabetes, and other causes include the patient is having alcoholism. If the patient is taking excess alcohol, and amyloidosis, that is abnormal protein which will be built up in the organs, which will be affecting the nerves, and it will be damaging to the nervous system. Then autonomic diseases, autoimmune disease. Autoimmune disease, it means if the patient's immune system which will be not doing proper functioning, so in that time also it will be affecting the nervous system. So in that time, the nerves which will be damaged. Then tumors, the tumors which will be compress the organs. So in that time, if the patient is having the problem of brain tumor, in that time it will be damaging to the nerves also. Then multiple system atrophy, if the patient is having multiple system atrophy, or any surgical or traumatic injury to nerve, if the patient is having surgical or any traumatic injury, and because of this surgical intervention, if the patient is having any trauma or any injury to a particular nerve which will be damaged, and that time also the patient is not able to do their work, and the patient which will be developing the chance of this autonomic neuropathy. Then next is the certain medication such as chemotherapy drugs and anticholinergic drugs, which will be also affecting the function of the uh, nerves. Then Parkinson's disease or HIV or AIDS. Parkinson's disease, it is a degenerative disorder, so it will be also affecting the function of the nerves, and HIV AIDS, it is a immune system disorder, so it will be also responsible for damaging the function of the nerves. The next is the peripheral neuropathy. Peripheral, more than 100 types of peripheral neuropathy has been identified, each with its own characteristic set of symptoms, pattern of development, and prognosis. Means in the peripheral neuropathy, there will be 100 types of peripheral neuropathy has been identified. Means the doctor or the neurologist which will be identify more than 100 types of peripheral neuropathy, and each peripheral neuropathy with its own characteristic. Means they have their own characteristic set of symptoms, pattern of development, and the prognosis. Both means everything which will be different in different type of peripheral neuropathies. Then peripheral nerve diseases. In peripheral nerve diseases, it will be again divided in three types. That will be mononeuropathies, multiple mononeuropathies, that is also called as a mononeuritis multiplex, then polyneuropathies. So first is the mononeuropathies. Mononeuropathies, it will be acute or chronic. So in acute, it sustained means it will be it will be occur because of sustained pressure. Example, tunicate. When we will tie any tunicate, so because of tightness of that tunicate, the patient is having the problem of sustained pressure in that particular area. So because of this, the patient is having the problem of this mononeuropathies, and this type of mononeuropathies which will be um, acute. Then chronic. In chronic, this entrapment means it is the state of being caught in or in a trap. Means when that particular area which will be trapped, means that particular area which will be closed. Means when that area which will be closed, or the nerves which will be not able to do the proper functioning in that time, this is comes under the chronic disorder. Then what are the causes? So in causes of this mononeuropathies, which will be according to site of compression. Means which site which will be compressed, it will be depend upon this compression site. So first is if the patient is having carpal tunnel, so carpal tunnel, which will be median nerves. Then cubital tunnel, ulnar nerve, spiral groove of humerus, that will be radial nerve. Then inguinal ligament, lateral cutaneous of thigh, the neck of fibula, common peroneal, and flexure retinaculum, that is tarsal tunnel, post tibia. Then next is mononeuritis multiplex. So the causes of this mononeuritis multiplex, that will be leprosy, that is commonest cause of this mononeuritis multiplex. And next is the diabetes mellitus, then vasculitis, sarcoiditis, amyloidosis, malignancy, neurofibromatosis, HIV, idiopathic multifocal motor neuropathy. So these are the causes which will be comes under the patient who are having the problem of mononeuritis multiplex. Means it will be affecting or it will be damaging the nerves. So because of this disorder, the patient is having the problem of mononeuritis multiplexes. Then polyneuropathy. So the causes of this polyneuropathy that will be occur because of any metabolic or endocrine disorders such as diabetes mellitus or uremia, chronic liver failure, hypothyroidism, acromegaly or amyloidosis. So these are the diseases which will be comes under the metabolic or endocrine disorder. So it will be damaging to the these disorder which will be responsible for damaging to the nerves. Then next is toxic neuropathy. Toxic neuropathy means when the person is having the problem of toxic substance which will be enter into the brain, and because of this the patient is having the problem of this neuropathies, or it will be damaging to the nerve. So first is the alcohol, then some drugs which will be also creating some substance like INH or phenytoin or vincristine. Then heavy metal means in this heavy metal the person is not eating this type of heavy metals, but the person who are working in the industrial area, they will inhale this type of metals. So in that condition also the patient may be developing the chance of this toxic neuropathies. Then organic solvents that will be acryl amides or organophosphorus. So these all are about the toxic neuropathies. Then some type of infections, means if the patient is having leprosy or diphtheria or HIV or herpes zoster, so in that time it will be affecting the function of the immune system. Matlab, means it will be decreasing the immune system. So the immune system which will be suppressed, so when the immune system which will be suppressed, so it will be also affecting the function of the nerve. So because of this, if the patient is getting any infection which will be also affecting the function of the brain, so in that condition also the patient may be developing the chance of this neuropathies. Then in this picture we will see that the patient is having the problem of infection in the skin. Then this is the picture of herpes zoster. If the patient is having the problem of patches in the skin, and the patient is having the problem of herpes zoster infection, viral infection, so because of this the patient is also having the problem of neuropathies. Then inflammatory disorder. We have already discussed about this disease, that is GB syndrome. So this is a inflammatory disorder, means when in brain the inflammation which will be occur, and because of this the patient is having the problem of this type of disorder. So in because of this inflammatory disorder, when the inflammation which will be occur in the brain, so it will be also affecting the function of the nerves. Then chronic demyelinating polyneuropathies or idiopathic chronic sensorimotor neuropathies, or if the patient is having connective tissue diseases or sarcoidosis. So these all comes under the inflammatory disorder. So when the patient is also having the problem of inflammatory disorders, so directly or indirectly it will be affecting the function of the nerves. So in that time it will be damaging to the nerve. So in that condition the nerves which will be not able to do the proper function. Then if the patient is having the problem of vitamin deficiencies, in vitamin deficiencies such as vitamin B12, B1, B6, folate, nicotinic acid, or vitamin E, so it will be also damaging to the nerves. Means when it will be inadequate supply in our body, or we will not take the proper amount of vitamins, so it will be also damaging the function of the nerves. The neuropathy associated with malignant disease, if the patient is having any malignant disorder or any cancer which will be also affecting the or damaging the nerves. Then neuropathy associated with critically ill patient, means if the patient who are having the problem of critically ill, so means progressively it will be also affecting, or it will be also damaging to the nerves, means slowly it will be damaging to the nerves. So it will be also developed in the patient who are having the problem of critically illness. Then next is the clinical features of polyneuropathy. So first is the sensory dysfunction. So in sensory dysfunction, the patient is having the problem of numbness, paresthesiasis, and hyperesthesia and pain. starting distally and ascending proximally in gloves and stockings with impaired perception of pain, touch, temperature, vibration, and position sense. Means the patient is having the problem of numbness, and the patient is having the problem of sensation problem and pain which will be starting distally. Means if the patient which will be wearing the gloves or stockings, so in that time the impairment in the perception of the pain, touch, temperature, vibration, and position sense. The next clinical feature which will be comes under the motor dysfunction, that will be flaccid weakness. Means the facial muscles which will be weak, so most marked distally. The next is tender reflexes, in that it will be depressed or absent. Then next is autonomic neuropathies. In autonomic neuropathy, uh, as I have already told you that in autonomic neuropathies, it will be affecting the function of the heart or blood pressure or gastrointestinal system. So in that, the patient is having the problem of gastroparesis or gestatory sweating. The patient is also having the problem of nocturnal diarrhea. Nocturnal diarrhea means the patient is having the problem of diarrhea during the time of night. Then overflow incontinence, the patient is having the problem of urinary incontinence and failure of erection and resting tachycardia. So these all are about the uh, clinical feature of autonomic neuropathy. Then what are the causes of this? That is diabetes mellitus, GB syndrome, and acute intermittent porphyria, amyloidosis, and drugs. Then what investigation we have to perform in the patient who are having the problem of neuropathy? So guided by symptoms and sign, means according to the patient sign and symptoms, we have to see that the patient is having the problem of or the patient is showing which type of sign and symptoms. So the causes of polyneuropathy is suggested by the history. Means we have to take the proper history of the patient according to the sign and symptoms, and what are the onset which will be present in the patient, what are the clinical manifestations which will be present in the patient, and if the patient is having pain, and what is the duration of the pain, and if the patient is wearing any gloves or stockings in that time also, if the patient is having the problem of pain. So we have to take the proper history of the patient. Then after that we have to do the CBC and ESR, and that why we have to do this CBC, complete blood test. With the help of this CBC, we will find out that the patient is having any deformity which will be occur in the blood, or ESR test. Then next is the renal profile and liver biochemistry, because if the patient is having the problem of renal disorder or liver disorder, in that time also it is one type of cause which will be affecting the patient um, neuropathies. Then next is the, we have to see the blood glucose level, and we will also see the thyroid function test, because these are the causes of this disorder. So we will find out the level of the blood glucose, so that we will see that the patient is, if the patient is not giving the history of diabetes mellitus, in that time we will see the level of the blood glucose, then thyroid function test. Then next one is the plasma electrophoresis test. So in that time also we will see the plasma electrophoresis test. So in that we will see the level of the plasma which will be increased or decreased. The next is the urinary levels of heavy metal. Why we have to see in this? Because if the patient is having the problem of toxic neuropathies, in that time some toxic substance which will be present in the urine or blood, so we will see in the urinary level that the heavy metal which will be present or not. Then we have to do the CSF examination. So with the help of cerebrospinal fluid examination, in that we will see that the patient is having any type of infection or not. Then we have to do the X-ray. So with the help of X-ray, we will see that the patient is having any injury, any trauma, any deformity which will be present in the nerves or not. Then next is we have to do the serum lipid test, lipoprotein, cryprotein. Why? Because in this disorder, the protein level, the plasma protein which will be increased, so because of this also the patient is having the problem of this neuropathy. Then we will also perform this vitamins assay. Why we have to perform this vitamin assay? Means when we will discuss about any disease, in that time we have to see the causes and the diagnostic evaluation. Means according to the causes we have to do the laboratory investigation. So in causes we will see if the patient is having the problem of vitamin deficiencies such as vitamin B6 or vitamin B12 deficiency. In that time the patient is having the problem of neuropathy. So in vitamins assay we will see the level of the vitamins which will be normal or not. Then we will see we have to perform the genetic testing. In genetic testing we will see the patient is having any hereditary problem or not. Then search for cause like radiology or imaging test, stool for occult blood, endoscopy, mammography. Then we have to also perform the nerve conduction studies, then EMG test or nerve biopsy. Then test to evaluate neuropathy. So how we have to evaluate the neuropathy? So first test that is called as nerve conduction studies. So first is the means in nerve conduction study what we have to do. First we have to evaluate how the nerve transmit electrical stimuli. Means we will, in this nerve conduction studies we will evaluate how the nerve transmit electrical stimuli. Means the nerves which will be transmitted any electrical stimuli or not. Means if the nerve which will be damaged, in that time they will be not able to transmit the electrical stimuli. The next is the electromyography or EMG. It measures the electrical activity of muscles in response to nerve stimulation. Means sometime when the nerves which will be not able to supplying the impulses, electrical activity or impulses in that time in muscles. So in that time also the muscles which will be not able to do the proper functioning. So in EMG we have to measure the electrical activity of muscles in response to nerve stimulation. The next is the skin biopsy. In a skin biopsy, small fiber, we all know about the biopsy. So we will in biopsy we will take a small tissue. So in skin biopsy a small fiber neuropathy cannot be diagnosed with EMG and nerve conduction studies that only measure the larger fiber. So we have to perform this skin biopsy. Then next is the treatment. In treatment we have to provide the supportive treatment for the patient who are having the problem of this neuropathy. So we have to do ABC, then nursing care, then physiotherapy. Then we have to provide the mechanical ventilation. If the patient is having respiratory paralysis occur, means if the lungs which will be not properly functioning, in that time we have to provide the mechanical ventilation. The next one is the monitor respiration and vital capacity. We have to monitor in the patient that the patient respiration which will be properly functioning or not, and the patient's temperature, pulse, respiration, blood pressure which will be properly working or not. Then next we have to see the plasmapheresis or IV IG if given early. Then use of steroid is controversial. Means sometimes we will give means this drug or the steroids which will be controversial. Some doctors which will be using this drug, and sometimes it will be not given by the neuro physician. Then complete recovery occurs in 80% in 3 to 6 month. Then mortality that will be 4% and 3% relapse, and remainder left with disability. Then management of neuropathies, that is in one third treatable cause, that is toxins and offending drugs which will be removed if the patient is having the problem of toxic neuropathies. Then deficiencies and metabolism abnormality which will be corrected. And if the inflammatory causes by immunosuppression suppression, it will be treated. Then in one third, there is identifiable causes but no treatment, as in hereditary. Means if the patient is having this neuropathy because of hereditary disorders, so in that time there is identifiable causes. Means we will identify the cause, but no treatment because it is hereditary disorder. So in that time, the doctors which will be not providing any treatment for the patient. So the next is in month of no specific cases, physiotherapy and occupational therapies. Means some specific causes we have to provide the patient to physiotherapy and occupational therapy for the patient. Then what drugs which will be given to the patient, that is gabapentin drugs, amitriptyline, amitriptyline, etc. In addition to these medication, there are ointments and creams used by patient. Then oxycodone, hydrocodone, and as well as other opioids are often prescribed for neuropathy pain if the patient is having the problem of pain. So this neuropathy pain which will be very severe, in that time we have to give the opioids. Then patient have described getting relief from acupuncture, reflexology, and others. Sometimes the patient is relieving from acupuncture when we will providing the acupuncture. So in that time also the patient which will be feel relief. Then neuropathy treatment, in this neuropathy treatment, some means some techniques which will be used to release this neuropathy. So in this we will use this TENS is delivering tiny electrical impulses to a specific nerve pathway. Means pathway through a small electrode which will be placed on skin. In this picture, uh, you will be able to see that some electrical impulses which will be means some teeny electrical impulses which will be providing the specific nerve pathway through the small electrodes which will be placed on the skin. So so with the help of this TENS, the electrical impulse means the nerves, they will getting some electrical impulses. So because of this, the nerves which will be able to do uh, their proper functioning. Then next is the biofeedback. In biofeedback, this method is based on teaching a patient to control certain body response that reduces pain. Means in biofeedback, it is a method which will be based on teaching a patient. Means the person that will be teach a patient how to control certain body response. Means we have to the person which will be educate the patient to how to control certain body response, and because of that certain body response the pain which will be reduces. Then next one is the acupuncture. You all know about the acupuncture. So in this acupuncture, some small or very thin needle which will be inserted into specific nerves. So that nerves which will be uh, uh, which will be able to do their proper functioning. So in this, it is proven that acupuncture can be an effective treatment for chronic pain. If the patient is having chronic pain, including the pain of neuropathy, in that time we will also use this acupuncture. The next is the hypnosis. During hypnosis, a patient receives suggestions intended to decrease perception of pain. So in hypnosis, you all know about the hypnosis. We have already seen in many movies. So in hypnosis, the person who will be hypnotize the patient, so it will be given some suggestion, or the patient which will be receive some suggestion. So because of that suggestion, it intended to decrease the perception of pain. Then next is the relaxation technique. In relaxation technique, it designed to help the reduces the muscle tension. Means with the help of relaxation, it will be reduces the muscle tension. They range from deep breathing exercises to visualization, yoga, or meditation. Means in this relaxation technique, we give the instruction to the patient or we will give the instruction or inform the patient's family member about the relaxation techniques such as yoga or meditation. In that time, the muscles which will be the muscle tension which will be reduces. So when the muscle tension which will be reduces, in that time the nerves which will be also able to do their proper functioning, and the patient which will be reduces the pain. So these all are about the topic of neuropathies. So in neuropathies, in this we have discussed about what is neuropathy, what are the different types of neuropathy, what do you mean by what are the clinical features of neuropathy, what are the causes, and what are the treatment, and how it will be managed by the different techniques. So thank you.